Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to be able to bring for your viewing entertainment the grand finals of the UK National Championships 2015. On your left-hand side, we have Mr. Tim Fowler rising through the ranks of the losing bracket, playing Kate, and on the right-hand side, the champion of the winners brackets, Alex White, playing Replicating Perfection in what was the most common matchup of the tournament, it's needless to say, and obviously what we've seen most of in the top 16 as well. So for those of you unfamiliar with the double elimination format, currently as it stands, Alex only has to win one game to be crowned the UK National Champion. If he wins this match, it is all over. If Tim wins this match, he will have to then play as Corp, and the winner of that game will prove the champion. Alex starting off with a celebrity gift, showing a hand full of ice and playing a pup in front of R&D, passing the turn over. Obviously unlikely here that he's going to go for an HQ attack. Tim seeing the early doors prepaid voice pad, getting his 1 credit discount with Kate, and the reason why prepaid Kate is so darn good and so darn popular. He's going to hedge fund, and he's going to play an astrolabe, which is great to see on turn 1 there, and it's understandable to see here why both players chose not to take a mulligan. Some ideal pieces of ice. He's going to install, set up a remote server there with the Sundew, and obviously he's going to draw a card there from the astrolabe as a result. So again, that astrolabe we expect probably going to do some good work here against RP, but Tim does have to go in and try and get that Sundew, I think, this early on in the game. It's going to be a question of what he sees. He saw, was that, crumbs, I don't know what it was that a hedge fund then? I think it may have been. He is going to run, he's going to see the Himitsubaku, which will bounce and end the run. So looking now for a barrier breaker of some description to be able to go in and take that Sundew out. Otherwise, 2 recurring credits a turn shall Alex have, and it could prove, as always, to be decisive. Drawing up into a duplicate astrolabe, not what he wanted to see, and obviously discarding that. He's going to set up another server, at which point, astrolabe triggers, as Alex points out. And again, it's worth pointing out, Alex had the opportunity to have a little bit of a breather while he waits for the losers bracket to conclude, whereas Tim has been playing Netrunner non-stop. Legwork. He's going to have a look and see nothing. There wasn't anything in hand there anyway. Probably a little bit early for a legwork there, especially it was so soon after that celebrity gift where Alex already had shown the hand to Tim. He's certainly in no hurry here to set up a scoring remote yet at this stage. This is the kind of point you wish you were a criminal and could just siphon with impunity. Though I suspect the ice would have gone on HQ rather than R&D in this instance. And Atman's going to come out, I'm guessing at 2, which is okay, I suppose. Not the worst, not the best. He will run and trash through the Sundew for 2 credits. Alex will res the daily business show, giving him yet more things to have to deal with. And that Atman at 2 isn't going to be hugely useful. I mean, potentially the Tsurugi is something that can be broken now with the Atman, but that's still 4 to break. That's probably about it, really. Really, you kind of want that Atman in at 4 strength to deal with the Eli's and the Lotus Field that he's already seen, obviously, in the HQ. There is now a Nisei Mark II in his hand, which is going into that remote, and it looks like he's going to advance it. He is rushing out these agendas like nobody's business here, or rushing out the remote servers, I should say. Alex going to Dirty Laundry. Oh, no, sorry, is that another legwork? It is, indeed, another legwork. So he certainly, Alex made the right call in putting that... Oh, sorry, it was Dirty Laundry, sorry, not a legwork. But Alex certainly made the right call in doing that. He's going to res the Lotus Field, and that's the kind of point you wish you really had the Atman there. Unfortunately, his options seem to be limited. He hasn't seen the SMC. I don't know if he's running any test runs. Prepaid Kate normally doesn't. But Alex running very close to the wire here on money. It's going to cost him all his credits to get... well, he's going to res the pup as well on R&D. I think Tim's still got to pay here, really. So he's going to pay 2, see a card, not see what he needs off the top of R&D. Alex playing fast and furiously here, but in a way his plays have been, again, exactly what you need to do against prepaid Kate, which is to just rush like buggery, really. It's you have to try and get ahead before the full breaker suite comes out, before that huge economic advantage begins to pile up, with all their lucky finds, dirty laundries, and so on and so forth with their prepaid voice pads. And I think Alex here, just playing well. He's got that early doors Nisei scored now, and it's certainly an uphill struggle from Tim from this point on. Ditching a Clot and a Sharpshooter, neither of which are going to be hugely useful. Turn passes back over to Alex. Did he just put both underneath? I don't know, I didn't see if what he put there. But he obviously using his daily business show. and he's going to install into the Himisu Baku server and take a credit. Tim's going to run, see a hedge fund on top, which obviously Tim will be very pleased to see. Might be a mental health clinic there, I would imagine, in that Himisu Baku server. It's a good time to install it. So clone chip goes out, but still no tutoring. Tim drawing up, by the looks of it, into quite a lot of breakers in hand, which is fine. I mean, again, he's seen most ice. He's already parasited that pup away off R&D. He's going to hedge fund. Seeing lots and lots of money. I think it's going to take 2, then hedge fund. I think that's pretty much what happened there. Tim now, they're going fast. Bear with me, guys. Tim dirty laundering into R&D, was it? No, I'm not sure where he did it, but he did it somewhere. Gaining all the money from the prepaid pads, and he's going to draw up a lot as well. Passing the turn back over to Alex, who is going to draw 2 with his daily business show. And again, it's a very thin service. He's just rushing to get those early agendas scored so as to not fall victim to the evils of prepaid Kate. He's going to install another piece of ice on that remote server and pass the turn over. He's getting ready to get his scoring remote and scoring server set up there. The question is can Tim get there in time? He's got all 3 of his prepaid voice pads out now. And he's certainly working hard here, but again, he's no breakers on the board whatsoever other than that Atman at 2. And the only thing that's good for is the Himisu Baku. And obviously knowing that, Alex has just put that rather expensive mental health clinic there to trash, which is obviously 3 to trash, 1 to break. 4 credits is not incisable. And again, with that DBS ticking over, he is now able to really go forward. He's going to put the Jackson Howard down and draw 2 with it. He's seen a Caprice, another Nisei Mark II there in hand as well, which he's going to install and advance, I think, or just install, sorry, I should say. He's going to take it out of hand. He's obviously HQ is completely unprotected at this stage, and so he is just ditching it into his remote and getting ready to score. I'm presuming what we're going to end up seeing here is an advance install Caprice and something else, while he just attempts to keep his hand free of agendas and score them out quickly. And if that second Nisei gets scored, I think it's safe to say Tim is in all kinds of trouble. 2 end the runs with a Caprice in a remote, and effectively now he's going to have to lock R&D down hard to have any hope here of stopping the agendas from going into that scoring remote. And there goes the Caprice, there goes the advancement, and a piece of ice over R&D. Again, Alex knowing exactly there what the threat was, which is, again, as I said, already an R&D lock, stopping him from seeing the winning agendas. Tim knows that they're going to go into R&D as soon as... go into the scoring remote as soon as they hit his hand. It looks like he's going to install an SMC out. He's got a Proco there as well, which I've missed, sorry about that. Going to run HQ, seeing a pup. And again, I think at this point it probably should be fairly clear that he hasn't got anything in hand. He is using the opportunity to put agendas down left, right and centre. He's not leaving them in hand at all there. Seeing a Jackson Howard, he's not going to trash it because he's got one on the board already anyway. And he's probably got the money to. I'm surprised he didn't there. At the very least, it limits his hand his target, I suppose, in HQ. But with that DBS ticking over, he can just keep ditching the agendas he doesn't need at this point. Wait for that future perfect to come into hand, and then just install double advance. He's going to double advance that Nisei, we already know is there. Pressure really on Tim here. Really on. Obviously, he could very well think that that's the future perfect, taking him to 5 points, and only needing an NAPD or a Nisei to score out the win. Cyber Cypher goes on to the remote. He's going to run HQ, seeing the celebrity gift, then going to run the remote, and he will hit an Eli. And I'm pretty sure he's got his lady in hand there, which again you can kind of see there he's not happy about at all. He can't even tutor it. It's not in his stack, and obviously time is the problem here. I don't think can he click. I think he can. No, he installed ran HQ. No, so he can't even click. He's got to get that lady down. Unfortunately, as a result of not having the lady down, he now is able to score that second Nisei Mark II. And yeah, it's going to be tough. He's got to get R&D locked down pretty hard here. Again, as soon as an agenda is touching Alex's hand, it's going straight into his scoring remote, which is less secure now, and there's no getting away from that. But with 2 Niseis scored, and what's likely there a Caprice Nisei in the remote as well, you'd have to assume here that this is probably going to be a challenge. Tim's going to need at least 3 clicks here, at least 3 clicks of successful side gaming to be able to get in and see an agenda in that scoring remote now. He's going to run R&D, seeing a Surugi. At least he has the Atman at 2 there. And he's not going to break. Okay, I think he may have forgotten. I think he might be in a little bit of a mind dungeon, to be brutally honest, and I'm not surprised. He's going to see one card, but also he could have broken that with Atman. But I think he may have missed the fact that he had the Atman at 2. He's going to install the lady onto... he's going to install the lady, he's going to diesel, and I think he's just getting ready for when Alex does eventually, and obviously he will, put down an agenda and try and score it out. And let's see what he draws up here with DBS. And he's got it's an interesting pause there. I think that's the most Alex's pause than thought all game. He's low on money again. It should be worth pointing out. He's only on 5 credits here, and he does have to be careful, as if by magic. There goes the celebrity gift, showing him 5 cards, all cards that are completely unappealing to run HQ on. Obviously, he has a Caprice there, but we're already assuming there's another Caprice in that scoring server, ready for him to score out with. He just needs to drop the Jackson Howard, really, and make sure that he leaves his hand in a safe position. The Mimic goes down. Again, I'm guessing, I think he's putting it down there to break the Surugi. Doesn't need to, because he has the Atman at 2 strength. I'm not sure if he just clocked that there and perhaps realised he made a bit of an error. Not that it obviously would have made too much difference anyway. Yes, he got some of his cards ditched, but I don't think it really matters at this point. He is going to score an NEPD, and he's going to see that as well. And I think this is the right call. He's got to stop him from seeing the agendas, but with the Jackson Howard on the board and a daily business show, he's going to be able to get through his deck very quickly, and the R&D lock needs to be about 4 cards deep in order for it to be, I think, of any kind of efficiency. And obviously it's not going to be. He's going to gamble, he's going to take lots and lots and lots of money, but this is no longer an economic battle. This is purely and simply a race here to see the last agenda. And although he's on those 2 points, as soon as Alex sees that future perfect, it's probably going to be game. Another Jackson Howard goes into his hand, so still nothing yet. He's drawing up furiously, sees another celebrity gift, which is absolutely ideal, and he's able to show him the same cards that he showed him only a turn before, and he's getting that economy at exactly the right point, and showing him 2 Jackson Howards, 2 Enigmas and a pup. And Tim fast running out of options here. Although he had a fairly good start in terms of the Astrolabe, the prepaid, he has been hurt hard by not having any kind of breakers, the SMCs, anything to put the early doors pressure on R&D and HQ, trying to stop him from seeing those early Niseis at the very least, because as soon as they get scored, it's all kinds of trouble. And certainly even the Maker's Eye has now become less effective. I think he's going to play a Maker's Eye, and I wouldn't be surprised here if we see the first Nisei token used. He knows that there are agendas in there. It could be that he's ditched quite a few. He's going to use Jackson. That's interesting. I don't think he's putting agendas in. I don't think, again, he hasn't seen them, otherwise he would have been scoring with them. Both pups, I think he's just trying to improve his agenda density as best he can. And again, I'm surprised not to see a Nisei counter being used here. I'm pretty sure he's still got 2 left. I don't think he's used one already. I'm guessing he just wants to kind of keep it as safe as possible. So he's not going to use it. So he's going to see 1, 2, 3, and there is a future perfect there. So there will be a side game, and this is obviously an important side game. If he wins a Hero of R&D, you would have to say suddenly the game is completely turned on its head. It's him having a real shout, but no, it's 2 credits to 1. The future perfect goes back into R&D, and the middle finger goes up at it. Yeah, Film Critic can't come out soon enough, I would suggest. But as a result now, you have to imagine that side game being fairly decisive for this game. Tim knowing where the agenda is, obviously 3 cards down, and most likely looking probably to draw up into it as soon as possible. It's going to be safer in hand than it is in R&D at this point. It's seeing an Ash, and is he going to put a Caprice? He's going to drop into the future perfect. I think that's the right call. It gives him at least... It's a safer option at the very least, rather than leaving it on R&D and letting him fire at it repeatedly. Though, that being said, Tim is not flush with cash anymore, only on 4 credits here. Although he does have three prepaids out, he is in all kinds of trouble here, money-wise as well as timing-wise. There's Lucky Find, so he's better. But we obviously know what's going to be coming now. It's going to be a draw, and it's going to be an install double advance, and there's no surprises there as to what happened. So Tim now having to effectively win 3 side games in a row. Yeah, and there are 2 Nisei counters left, just to clarify that. He's having to win 3 side games in a row in order to be able to win the game. And we've got to assume there's probably an Ash there as well at the base of that remote. I think he's got 2 upgrades in it currently. So yeah, let's see how this goes. He's going to run through on R&D. He's going to take the net damage to the face and just break the end of the run, because I don't think he really cares at this stage. He's going to score, sees a Nisei, and suddenly the game is thrown wide open. Although, again, it's going to be difficult for him to go through and break all this. He's on 4 points. Whoever scores his agenda wins the game. So obviously the Caprice is going to get rezzed for obvious reasons. He can't miss a single side game here, or it's over. He has to win this side game. There's 2 Nisei counters. If he doesn't win it each and every side game, it's over, and it's over. There's the game. Shaking hand. Alex is national champion. Oh, cuddles all round, isn't that lovely? Arms in front of the screen. Alex takes the National Championships 2015, and our congratulations to him over at Netrunners.co.uk. He certainly was the worthy champion. And there we are, look! Oh, look, you see faces. How fantastic is that? Somewhat dumbfounded. I think he suddenly just realised as well as to how many people are watching this match. And he takes the championship. For those of you that may have missed it as well, he has written an article both on his pre- and actual tournament experience in taking the national championship. So please go over and look at that at netrunners.co.uk. Look at that, all smiles. Oh, what a handsome man. And Tim, sorry Tim, I know he's a little bit less happy, obviously for understandable reasons, but a worthy runner-up and a worthy competitor and a worthy championship. So that's the Nationals of 2015, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed them, and we'll be back again soon.